Hello, how is everyone doing? Oh, Agatha is joining me on the table. She will probably make an appearance shortly. She's making her way through the maze of cards I have on my table here. Where are you going? Oh, don't jump there, Aggie. Don't jump there, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, hi. I'm Holly. I'm a psychic medium. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this channel. Thank you for being part of the collective in this community. Thank you so much. If so inclined, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you, again, if you're so inclined. All right, so, if you're new to the channel, then yeah, I'm just an old-fashioned psychic medium. I really do love Oracle and tarot decks, but I use them as a jumping off point because this is a general reading. And I want to make sure and clarify this is a general reading. There is no way I can make this fit everyone's life. This is not a personal reading. I am not doing personal readings at this time. But there will be elements that may resonate with some of you, maybe not all of it, maybe a few things, whatever it is. So please understand that. And just my little bit of advice. Oh, my life is beautiful. Mug, isn't that wonderful? I love it so much. Anyway, my personal advice and my advice as a practitioner, as a psychic medium who worked for years doing readings and galleries and all that stuff, it's your life. You have free will. If you're waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, then you're not really fully living your life. Okay, I do this because we all need to know we're connected. We all need to kind of bask in the energy of spirit. It recharges us, but only you can make decisions for yourself. You have free will. All right, you are in this incarnation to live it. So, yeah, I've been there too, where I've had those nagging, gnawing moments where I just needed to know what was going to happen next. And you know what? Because we don't always get that information for ourselves because we're not supposed to. So, just take it for what it is. All right? Okay. On to the general reading. All right. Now, I'm going to use to start a deck called by Sandra Ann Taylor. They are the energy. Well, let me get that up there so you can see it a little better. The Energy Oracle cards, okay? I have cut these down so they are trimmed, so if you go looking for them, they won't look exactly like this because I have trimmed them down as they are in their original form. Enormous. Okay. Mother and Father God, Spirit Guides and Guardians, beloved elementals, please come into this reading. Please help us to know what the message is. Please help us to know what the message is. Guide and direct my words and my thoughts so that I know what it is you want me to say. Okay, this one has been jumping out, and I heard being left behind on the table every time I pick up this deck, and I've been shuffling it. It's the Angel of Love. Now, I think it's interesting that the words that I heard when I was noticing, okay, this one card keeps flying out because I wasn't ready for it yet, but I guess Spirit was. That was the card left behind. So give me the words, Spirit, because I don't want to mess this up. Be sure to keep your loving energy at the forefront of all your thoughts and actions. It is so easy to just dive down that deep and very dark hole of negativity because living is sometimes really hard. This life is really hard at times. But what I'm hearing is do not leave your love behind. There is an angel of love. There is an energy of love. There is the essence of love that surrounds everyone and everything. tap into that, and you tap into your higher wisdom. So the example they want me to use, if somebody is in a rotten mood, screaming and yelling, stomping around, slam banging drawers and doors and everything else, is that the time you're going to say, I have got some great news, or I just want to tell you how much I care about you? No, because you just kind of want to stay out of the fray. You want to stay in the clear. You don't want to get caught by any of that shrapnel. Okay? So more than likely, that's not when you're going to walk up and say, can we have a talk? Because I'm just feeling kind of vulnerable right now. Now, because more than likely they're going to say, well, suck it up, buttercup. You know, they're kind of in a bad mood. So when you tap into this essence or feeling of love, that is when the good things start rolling toward you, is the message. That's why they wanted me to give those examples. It is when you tap into, and we all have those days where we want to slam, bang around, and we're just annoyed, and sometimes we don't even know why. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Stop, take a deep breath, and think about where you are and what is really important to you. And thank you. This is always a good one to use too. If this were your last moment on earth, your last hour, your last half an hour, your last minute on earth, is that how you'd want to spend it? Probably not. And if so, you need to do some soul searching, honey. I'm just going to put that out there. So when you tap in to the energy of the love of yourself and universe, that is when all things come to you that are positive and filled with light. Okay. Are there any other messages from this deck? Are there any other messages from the Energy Oracle cards at this time? No. Okay. So they want me to put those up, and they're drawing my attention to another Sandra Ann Taylor deck, and this one is the Energy and Spirit Oracle cards. I think we're going to get our follow-up with this deck. All right. So, call to the angelic guides, call to the personal spirit guides and guardians, Mother and Father God. What is the message for the collective? What is the follow-up? What do you want us to know about that last angel of love and the spirit and energy of love? If you're not big into angelology, but that's fine. But what is the message? So think of it as the spirit and energy of love. All right, this is jumping out there. Soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude, and that is card 30, and card 34. Currents of emotion, uncontrolled feelings. All right, I'm going to show these both to you. This is what popped up. Didn't come exactly flying out, but landed to the side. Soulful appreciation and currents of emotion. Someone is so caught up in their rolling rapid waves of emotion. Someone is so caught up and embroiled in what is going on in his or her life. They can't, it's that old phrase, they can't see the forest for the trees, okay? You're being asked to step emotionally out of the situation as though you are an observer watching it. That's really hard to do when you're in the thick of things, and I understand that. Do the best you can, and ask your guides for help. Get your guardians and your guides in there for help. Because what they're telling me is that you are so deep in turmoil over your own life situation, emotions, feelings, whatever's going on, you really and truly cannot, you can't get a clear breath even. You're gasping for air. So pull yourself out, stand away, stand back from it. You don't even have to make a decision about anything yet. Just pull yourself out of it. And I know it sounds kind of like dissociation, and in a way it is, because you are standing and looking at you, your situation, and the people or whatever it is going on around you, and you are watching it as an outside observer. That allows you a moment of objectivity, and that allows you a chance to see things with a little more clarity instead of seeing it through the eyes of pure raw emotions. Okay? Now, that's when you get to soulful appreciation. So at a soul level, call on your higher self to come in. A lot of people say it's not good to merge all the time, but when it's your higher self, personally, I'm okay doing it as often as I need to, and for as long as I need to help get through a situation. If your higher self is willing to step in, but they will at least be there next to you, okay? And you do have a little piece of yourself. When I say higher self, I mean that little piece of you that has stayed on the other side, that you are connected to at a soul level. So you still always have that pristine part of yourself there that you can tap into, that higher knowing, higher energy. That part of you is still fully aware of your connection to the all that is. So with this, it is, once you have that objectivity and clarity by being the observer and looking at things, call your higher self in. Find out what needs to be balanced in your life. Something is out of balance. When you get to the root of it, and it could be your soul calling versus your financial calling or financial needs or wants or desires. So just understand, you're going to be called, and I feel like it's going to be pretty rapidly, to make a decision. What is more important to you? Financial wealth, and we all want financial security. I'm not asking an impossible question. I so understand that. But there is also that need for happiness, love, joy, and letting your soul just shine, okay? What brings you soul satisfaction? What brings you financial stability or even wealth? And how do you balance, and are you okay if you have to make a sacrifice? Which end of this scale are you willing to let go of a little bit? Okay? Because that's going to be the big question. What is most important to you? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. No one can answer that but you, and no one can tell you what to do but you. And you know what your responsibilities are. If you're a single parent, no, you're not going to just quit your job and go running off. And even if there's no one, anyone, you have to be thoughtful and careful. This is your life we're talking about, the quality of your life. But we also want to make sure and address the needs of our soul and our happiness. All right, so I have no idea why I don't even know how I pulled this card out in my hand, but I did. Wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. So this is a confirmation of the clarity. The need for clarity in order to gain or regain balance is critical. It is of critical importance right now. It is critically important. So please think about it. Mental clarity. I always usually like to focus on how are you feeling about things, and lead with your heart light, lead with your solar plexus, light or chakra. But in this instance, everything in this particular reading is calling for mental clarity. Think clearly. Okay? Think clearly. Yeah. And for some of you, that's going to be big red flags that you're ignoring. I saw a meme one time, and it was one of the funniest things. It said, red flags? Oh, I thought it was a parade. Yeah, it's funny, but no. So someone out there, and it's not all of you, and that's not for that whole reading. There's a very, very, very small percentage of you who are part of that reading. The mental clarity is to try to get you to see the red flags that are waving way up in the sky, right at you. That's only, again, very, very small portion of you. The rest of you, I feel like it has to do with just sort of an internal journey. Your internal journey to wellness and happiness, okay? All right. Now, next one, next deck. Higher Self Oracle. I haven't used these in a little while. The Deanna Marie Riddick Higher Self Oracle. Okay. And yes, you're hearing little clinking sounds because it comes in a lovely tin. This is not quite pocket size, but it's close. This is a fairly small deck, which I like. And so let's see what our spirit guides and guardians have to say to the collective. They're saying take one right off the top. Worry. Okay. So you can worry all you want, but it's not going to change anything. It's just going to, what I'm hearing is if you continue to worry, it may keep you from seizing an opportunity. So you might miss an opportunity because you're so wrapped up in, well, I don't know what to do. What should I say? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I get it. I'm a worrier too. But every now and then, the worriers need to just chill out and relax. All right. I get it. I have to have that conversation with myself all the time. She is missing out on a wonderful, I feel like it's a party or something. I mean, look, she's got her hair all done up and she's got flowers in it that are gorgeous and bright red lips. She should be ready to feel and be beautiful, show up for her own party. But instead, there's just all this worry. And it's not going to help anything. All right, what else? Is there another message from this deck for the collective that we need to know about? So everything so far has been about, just relax, take a step back, evaluate the situation, think about what it is you really want, and stop I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. Think your way through things with clarity and objectivity, meaning a little outside of the situation, rather than don't let your raw emotions get the better of you. Okay? And try to find a little enjoyment where you are. If you can find the enjoyment in where you are in the here and now, if you can find the enjoyment in the moment, then that takes care of almost all of that worry. You're too busy enjoying the moment. All right, they're saying there is another message, but they want me to just open this deck in the middle. Which side? Which side? They're saying both. Okay. All right. All right, so interestingly, the first one is courage with the constellations and the lion, and success. That is a gorgeous card. That crown chakra is lit up. Trust your knowing. It will lead you to success. All the worry about money or balance or what should I do or this, that, or the other, or what is my true calling. When you follow your spiritual crown chakra knowing and allow the downloads to flow through you, success will be the outcome. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen immediately. You might have to do some long haul work to get there, but with courage and tenacity, because I'm also hearing tenacity, okay? So you're not going to, I mean, think about whenever you've seen, like on a documentary or something, you know, a lion chasing its prey. It doesn't second guess its inner calling. It doesn't second guess how to do what it needs to do to feed itself and potentially its family. It just simply says, I need to do this and I need to do it now. And they run for everything they've got and they tackle it. It's kind of gruesome, I'll be honest with you. But starving to death, that's no fun. So tenacity, follow through, being brave, staying objective, knowing your self-worth. All of these things are coming up. All of these things are coming up. This is what Spirit is saying. Okay, not that one right now. Where do I need to go with this? Okay. Yeah, they're using all of the oracle decks that have it's almost like a one card kind of draw thing. All right, so this is the Inner Child Oracle. There we go. All right, so what is the message we have for this? What is the message from this deck for the collective? What is the dominant energy? And I feel like it's just going to, is this going to be a continuation of this reading so far? Since it's, yes, it will be. So this is all connected. You may only resonate with parts of it. And they wanted me to take this one right off the top again. Card 33, imagine that. Speak to yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. There's a lot of yellow in there and orange. So that's solar and sacral chakras. Yourself, your conversation with yourself, or the things that you say out loud about yourself, you are creating your reality with your words, so be careful with them. You know, even if you're not maybe physically where you want to be with health or nutrition or whatever, you still speak in the affirmative about yourself. I am well. I love myself right now. I love who I am and what I believe and what I look like. And I love my body for carrying me through life. The more you love yourself, and it goes back to that first message about don't misplace or don't put down your love. That also includes for yourself. When are you most likely to binge eat? When you are unhappy or not feeling good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you are more likely to make better choices so that you can fuel this machine, basically, our bodies. It all comes back to loving yourself the way you want to be loved and maybe never was. Treat yourself with kindness. That is the beginning. No one else can rescue you in terms of your internal sense of self-worth and identity and who you are. No one else can make you happy. You have to be happy to begin with in order to attract the things into your life that will create balance. And this conversation has come up before. Hold on, thank you. All right. So yeah, I feel like there's a whole lot of inner child work going on. I think a whole lot of messages from youth kind of need to be put to rest. They need to be buried. You know, if you want to do something to make it real and tangible, you don't have to. You can just have this talk with yourself. You can breathe them into the air. You can hand them over in your palms to your guides and just say, take this from me. I'm finished with it. Let the lesson remain, but remove all these negative messages and thoughts. Or you could even go to the extent of writing a list of everything you were told, everything that hurt you, and see it on paper. But then don't keep it. Go, you could write it on toilet paper and flush it down the toilet. You could bury it. You could burn it. You could do whatever you want. Or you could just, as I said, ask your guides to come in and relieve you of this burden. Okay, so something that helps when you are going through a situation where a negative thought creeps into your head. Okay, so when the negative thought comes in and you start questioning yourself, feeling bad about yourself, whatever it is, one of the things that I like to do is just immediately say, no, I reject that. I reject it. No. Or, no, reject. Bye-bye. Get rid of it. It's amazing how that will shift something in your consciousness, in your subconscious, in your heart, in your gut, everywhere. It's amazing how that will work because you're saying it with authority and with firmness. Okay, an example. If you're driving down the road and you see a car accident that's already happened, or the car on the side of the road, or the lights from the rescue vehicles, call in the guides and ask, say a prayer asking for the best outcome for all involved, but then just say, I reject that. That's not me. No, I reject it. No. Get rid of it. I even use my breath and blow things away because I don't want to carry that energy around me. Okay? You can pray for the people or call for the best intervention for the people involved, but you don't have to take that energy on because then it sets you up to be in a similar situation. All right. Okay. Now we're going to go to some straight tarot. So, this is the Pulp Tarot, and we are going to see what the message is for the collective. I feel like this is once all the work has been done. So once the work has been completed, once you know who you are, what you want, you're feeling good and sassy, you are feeling as wonderful as you are. You've done all the hard inner work. You've cried it out. You've made peace. Okay. Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to stop here. All right. So one card came out. One on the top, I heard, I need to take that. Two on the bottom, I heard, you need to look at those two. Take a look at this. The Nine of Pentacles. Man, she is ready to go. The woman earlier who looked like she was ready for her own party but was too worried and afraid to go. Well, what if people don't like the red lipstick? As if. This woman, do you really think anyone's going to tell her not to go to her own party? Do you think she is worried that no one will like what she's wearing? No. That is coming into your own in a big way. All right, and then we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is just always a happy, fun card of celebration. Coming together for a party, a celebration. This theme of a party keeps coming up. And then we have the Sun, which is the absolute happiest card, and I've always heard it called the best card in the deck. And then we have Strength, another lion. Okay, so we have the Strength card with the lion. Um, yeah, all of that while I was shuffling, I was talking about, you know, once you've done the inner work, once you've worked on healing that inner child, and we always get triggered by something, but it's important to realize that those triggers are just triggers and we can control them and turn them back off if we need to. If you need to get counseling, to get help to do that, please do so. Please, please do so. I am a huge advocate for counseling. Now, with tarot and this deck and those cards that just came out, or I was drawn to take. Oh, and this one just kind of went flying out of the middle of the deck. The Page of Wands. And the first worry card, it was a very, very vibrant redhead. And this one, it's almost like she has the flames curling up on the bottom of her robe. Again, this is someone who's not afraid, they know who they are, and they're feeling really good about themselves. So all of that was validation. It all comes from within. Let's just get one card as an overall energy. Can we do that, please, or should I stop here? Yeah, they just said open it up. I'm like, all right. I opened it up and we came to Justice. A lot of fire energy going on with this particular reading. So it's finding your fire, which is a wonderful thing. And this Justice card is, again, it feels like someone who has come into their own. Strong boundaries, personal strength, perseverance. You have everything you need within you. And that's what I'm getting from that card right now. All right. So do the work, you know, work on that inner child, work on healing, work on making sure that you know you belong wherever you are. That is an important thing to remember. So be the unique individual you were made to be. And yeah, just work on yourself. Work on that inner child. And once you do that and everything starts to flow from a place of love, that's when you find the place, your place in the world that makes you the happiest. That's when your life, internally and externally, come into balance. And we always have to do work, okay? We always have to do work on ourselves, but that's going to be the best place to start. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am sending you so much gratitude and love. Be well. Take care. And channel that inner lion, okay? And roar if you want to. All right. Thank you, everyone.